today we're going to go ahead and hit back, and then back and traps, and then tomorrow I think will be a rest day. I'm pretty sure my body's starting to get pretty sore, so I'm starting to feel it now. But so I'm going to go ahead and adjust the macros again. So I'm going to bring my protein up a little bit. I'm thinking about bringing my protein about 250 grams of protein, and then keeping my fats low and my carbs a little bit lower. So that's what I think I'm going to go ahead and do, and that's just going to help preserve the muscle as we get deeper into this cut. It's just going to help more. And then what it's going to also do is going to help me keep me fuller. And then it's also going to make you burn more calories, because when you burn, like, all calories are not the same, right? So when you go calories in, calories out, yeah, like, that's what it is, right? But if you eat 250 grams of protein versus 250 grams of carbs, you actually burn more calories digesting the 250 grams of protein, just because it takes a lot longer, and your body's got to like heat up and a bunch of other stuff, but that goes into it that I was looking into. So I've been looking into a lot of different those kind of studies lately. So going off and reading that stuff, and when you really push for that last, like, probably 20-30 pounds, right, and you want trying to get to that 10% body fat, you should definitely bring your protein up. So you should definitely bring it anywhere from 50 to 70 grams above your body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, you should be eating like 50 to 270. So that'd be about 250 to 270 grams of protein from what I was looking into. And I was looking into a lot of these studies that were showing that a lot of bodybuilders will do that as well when they're going into prep or going into all that stuff, is they'll bring their protein 50 grams of protein above the body weight. So if they're 250, they're going to be eating 300 grams of protein, and then they're going to bring their carbs down, and they're going to bring their fats down. And so that's a lot of the stuff that I was reading. And then when they're going into their bulking, you actually don't need as much protein as you think you need in a bulk. So a lot of them will take it to, like, for example, if they're 230 pounds lean, they'll take their protein to about 180 grams to 200 grams of protein, and then they will mostly focus on raising their fats and their carbs by a lot to put on muscle and to put on weight. So I was reading a lot more into all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to get more educated on that kind of stuff and then apply it to my situation. Obviously, if you don't have, like, say you're starting out at like 300 and some pounds, you don't really care about muscle, obviously a lot of that stuff's not going to apply to you, right? I would just say, hey, eat 200 grams of protein a day, 2 to 250 grams, keep yourself nice and full, and while you're dropping that fat, and just bring your carbs and fat down as well. But also, if you wanted to, you can have more carbs than more protein, just because you're not really worrying about putting on muscle, or really worrying about, unless you want to do like a recomp phase. It really depends on like what you want to do. Some people just don't care, don't want no muscle, and just want to lose fat. And so it just really depends on your situation and like what you want to do, what your goals are. But yeah, so today's back day. I'm gonna change it up just a little bit, but I'm gonna go very just light. I'm gonna do more just nice squeezing, controlled. I'm gonna really try to pull with my shoulder blades back, and just have grip, right? I'm not gonna try to pull with my arms. I'm gonna really try to watch for that and make sure I'm not pulling with my arms, and I'm pulling more with my shoulder blades back, and just try to get more of that mind to muscle connection when I'm doing it. So I think how we're gonna do it differently is, I think we're gonna do like some back rows and stuff like that. Not seated back rows, but like ones where you're slightly bent over. And then lat pull downs. We'll do lat pull downs, and then I don't know. We'll see for traps. We might not even do traps today. Traps might be good. We might not even do traps. We'll just see how it feels. I'm really tired. My sleep is still trashed. Everything's just all really blah right now, so that's why I'm wondering if I bring those carbs down if it'll maybe even help me sleep more. So I don't know. So I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. I also changing the way I'm intaking my food, like timing my food. I'm trying to fast until noon, and then this way to just like put off eating. But what I'm trying to do is make my last meal way later at night, so then when it comes like 9, 10 o'clock, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, when I start getting ready to try to go find a place to park and get ready for bed and stuff, I'll have my meal then, so then I'm not hungry and I'm not like sitting there like, oh my gosh, I want to eat. So I'm trying to like prolong my big meals until later. So like this morning, I kind of just went ahead this morning though and just had I can't have, I don't know how many grams of steak, I would have to look, but because remember I got the New York strips for my birthday coming up, so I just had a little bit of that and then a fruit bowl, and then after the gym right now I'm just gonna have a Built Puff bar, so 16 grams of protein, and then save my 2 bigger meals for later and in the evening, so that I'm really nice and full later at night, because that's when I tend to want to snack more, is later at night is when the hunger really hits me. So I'm going to adjust the timing of my meals as well, just to make it so I can be more successful in hitting the goals. But anyways, do what works for you. If you find that you are more hungry in the morning and in afternoon versus later at night, do what works best for you. If you can hold off, if you feel like you need to hold off because you snack more at night and you want to eat more at night, then hold off on your meals until later, just so you're extra full going before you go to bed. So anyways, let's get in there and get started on this back day. Alright, pretty good lift. Took me 34 minutes, and we did a total of, stop workout. We did a total of 10 sets, I think. Let me see it. Let me see. 8 sets total. So, because I was thinking in my head 10 because my 2 warm-up sets. So 8 sets, and then 2 warm-up sets. So now we'll go ahead and pose, and then I'm gonna go hit cardio, and then I'm gonna go sit in the sauna. I'm really tired, the lack of sleep, my sleep score has only been 45, 50 lately, so I'm pretty tired. So tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and force myself to make it a rest day. So tomorrow will be a full day of eating video. So let's see how everything's looking. I don't expect any dramatic changes. It's gonna probably start taking week by week before we start seeing a little bit more changes. So this time, so next Sunday, today's Sunday, so next Sunday we should see changes, right? Little changes. But, what?
Have a score.
Oh, I laughed. Oh, my body is just really sore. So let's see how the back's looking. my lats are like really freaking sore right now. My whole body is pretty sore. So I'm gonna take it nice and easy on cardio. Like it's gonna be not like really harsh cardio. It's gonna be like heart rate between 115, 120. It's not gonna be like crazy like cardio, but and then yeah, just gonna keep going. So just gonna adjust the macros a little bit just to help hold on to more muscle. I might drop in strength just a tiny bit because we'll have lack of carbs, but it's okay. We have some bulking phases coming up, which will put on a lot of strength and size, so muscle-wise, hopefully. That's the plan anyways. So I'll see you guys on tomorrow's full day meeting.